Fold 5. It's over 6 months old now. I was just looking at the calendar. It's actually about 7 months old, which is crazy because we're already talking about the Z Fold 6, all the rumors and leaks and stuff. But I want to do like a recap on this one. I mean, a lot of phones have come out since the Z Fold 5. We've also got the Pixel Fold. We've got the OnePlus Open. Lots of different foldable phones out there. I still think this one is the best. Is it perfect? No. I think we could still get some more improvement in the cameras. I think that we could still do something about this crease in the middle because it's not as good as the other companies. I think we could develop more on the S Pen. I think that we could make the screen a little bit bigger on the front side. But I still think it's the best, and for quite a few reasons. And, well, the biggest one for me is the S Pen, because I think that if you're going to have a phone this big that turns into a tablet that you absolutely need some sort of writing utensil, that you need some sort of stylus support, and currently that's still what we get here in the United States. I know if you want to buy the Oppo Find N3, you can get the stylus that they have over in China, but you got to pay like 150 bucks, have it imported, wait 6 weeks in most cases. I was trying to find one. I'm like, you know what, screw this. But I really enjoy this phone, and I enjoy it more. I bought a replacement S Pen. I lost it a little while ago. This is crazy. I've never lost an S Pen before in my life, and I lost my S Pen for the S24 Ultra. I left it at a restaurant a few weeks ago, and this one, I think it just fell off the back. I don't know what happened to it. Like, maybe my dog ate it, who knows. I have a bad habit of falling asleep on my phones. I fall asleep on my earbuds all the time. I think I might have fallen asleep on it, and the dog took it like a chew toy. But after over 6 months, I've really enjoyed it. This has been the best foldable phone probably I think I've had. I think it's held up well. I think they did make improvements to the crease. I think, you know, I think it's like 10 grams lighter. It is a little bit lighter. I think the cameras are still good. I think the battery is great. The biggest things we needed to fix going from the Z Fold 3 to the Z Fold 4 were the battery life, heating, making sure that it would last all day, and things like that. And the Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 that fixed so many phone problems last year did the same thing for this phone. So that's what I was waiting for. I enjoyed my Fold 3, but like it didn't have good battery life at all. It just was quite poor. And then the Snapdragon 8 Generation 1, oh no, we got the 8 Plus Generation 1 with the Z Fold 4. It improved it some, but this one with the 8 Generation 2 really went the distance, finally gave me all-day battery. And it's good for a lot of other things too. I know a lot of people that actually like to game on these. Like if you want to game on your big foldable phone, having a Snapdragon 8 Generation 2 is a whole lot better than having the other ones because you get better battery, better heat management, and more power and stuff like that. So I like this phone. I think it's good. I still think it's the best tablet that Samsung makes. It's funny. I buy the other tablets, or I buy some of them. I like smaller tablets. I like the Tab S9, Tab S8, Tab S7, and I've had the smaller ones generally. I don't go out and buy the Ultra just because I think having like a 14.6-inch tablet is like really, really big. It's too much. I have the iPad Pro 12.9, and it's too big. I never use it. But ever since the advent of the Fold, ever since the Z Fold came out, it killed all my tablet usage, because why do I need to use a tablet whenever I have a phone that basically turns into a tablet that's always in my pocket? And that's what I love about the Samsung phone, because I've got all the best of One UI, and then I've got my stylus, I've got multitasking, and it's a one-size-fits-all approach. And a lot of people don't like them because they're $1,799. I get that. It's crazy expensive. But if you look at, like, say, the S24 Ultra, $1,299. So we're talking about $500 price difference. If you also buy a tablet, that's like $600-700. So you're actually saving a couple $100 if you just get a Z Fold, as opposed to getting a Samsung tablet and getting the top-of-the-line Samsung phone. And I don't think there's a whole lot of compromises here whenever you're using a flagship level phone. We got the 50 megapixel camera in here. I think it's very good. I've taken a lot of photos with it. I've been very, very impressed with it. And you've got a ultra wide camera, you got the regular, you got telephoto, you got all the stuff you need. All 3 cameras on the back. I think the selfie camera is pretty good. And my only real complaint is the front screen is kind of thin. Like, it's narrow, and which is not the biggest deal for me. I don't have the biggest hands in the world. It's very easy for me to use one-handed. I think it's important though to stress this. The front screen is like, okay, make a phone call, send a quick text message, you know, watch something quickly, scroll through Twitter. I mean, if you want to look at Twitter, it's pretty neat. I mean, it's nice, easy to use Twitter feed just on the screen right here. You can take a look, you can take a glance at your social media, and then when you want to open it up and you want to watch a video, you want to look at the news, you want to create something, you want to get into your notes, you want to play a game, this is great. And it's especially cool because one problem like, this really addresses one problem. Like, I like to play Boom Beach. I've been playing it for a long time, and actually, it was kind of sad here recently. So just like a quick divergence, I have had a task force on Boom Beach for probably like a decade. And we had one guy, great guy. He played with us for many, many years, and he had some health problems recently. And unfortunately, he passed away the other day, which was sad because like his son plays with us too, and he got on there and let us know that he's no longer with us. So we'll miss you, Skip Scrappers. He was a great guy and one of the best guys on our task force. So that sucks, and my heart goes out to him and his family. But as far as playing games on here, it's really hard on a tablet because the tablet's big. And that's one reason I like the smaller tablet, because you can hold it a lot better to do things, and it's easier to do things more maneuverable, more manageable than those giant tablets. So having a smaller, like 11-inch tablet is more ideal for that, but still, it's hard to get your hands on there and like really play a game. Plus, you get kind of fatigued. The screen's so big. This right here is the perfect compromise because you get a bigger screen, Quad HD Plus resolution, 120 hertz refresh rate. You get a big battery. You get all-day battery life, great performance. And then it's so easy to hold with two hands, or you can hold it with one hand, and you can do a lot of the stuff like Boom Beach. I don't need two hands to play Boom Beach. That's more like a Call of Duty kind of thing. But for playing Boom Beach, and I can even use the stylus. That's nice too. So I'm sitting here, I hold it with one hand, and I can do everything with my other hand. So it's just so easy to use this. It's more manageable. I think it's better for productivity and multitasking, especially on the go. I travel quite often. I was just recently in Europe for a week. I went to Barcelona for Mobile World Congress. A month before that, back in January, I was at CES. And this pretty much goes everywhere with me. I use it on planes. Of course, you get flex mode. It's easy to prop up. You can watch your videos. And it's just so nice. So I think this is better than a tablet. And it's great because if you normally carry a flagship phone and you carry a tablet, this is the perfect alternative. And they usually get pretty good trading credit for this stuff too. They've got deals and specials all the time. I'm looking forward to the Z Fold 6 for a few reasons. I am and I'm not. Because I've heard rumors which seem pretty substantiated at this point. It looks like we're going to have a Ultra model, like a Z Fold 6 Ultra. And maybe it looks like we might get the 200 megapixel camera in there. Maybe it'll get internal stylus support. That's one of the drawbacks here. So I call this a dumb S Pen. Like there's a smart S Pen and there's a dumb S Pen. This one does no additional features. It's basically a writing utensil. That's pretty much all it is. You can't use it as a remote shutter. You can't use any of the air gestures. You can't do a lot of the other stuff that you can do. It doesn't notify you if you walk off and you leave this sucker. So I think we need to get an integrated S Pen into the Z Fold. If we get that, I'll be a lot happier. And also, I think that the Z Fold 6 really needs to have S Pen support on the front screen. You would think it would be a no-brainer, but there's no S Pen support on the front screen, even though this is the third generation of Z Fold phones that uses an S Pen, starting with the Z Fold 3. So I think we need that. And those two things right there, especially they bump up the camera and make it more of an ultra experience. But the thing is I think it's probably going to be $2,000. I think they're going to sell us the Z Fold 6 FE, the fan edition. My guess is it'll probably be like $13.99, $12.99. We'll see. Like, I hope it's around that price point, but what I'm seeing is it looks like it might drop S Pen support. So that's one way to make it cheaper. But also, my whole thing is what's the point in having a foldable phone that doubles as a tablet that gives you a big screen that doesn't have an S Pen, right? It doesn't have S Pen support. What's the point? Why buy a Z Fold 6 FE when you can get a Z Fold 5? When it comes out, you'll be able to get it for like $600 refurbished on eBay, likely with a 1-year warranty. So that's the thing. These don't hold value the greatest. I bought one for my aunt. I bought a Z Fold 3 for her when the Z Fold 5 came out. I bought it that Christmas. I got it for less than $500 or about $500 on eBay with a 1-year or 2-year warranty. Like, it was crazy. It was a good deal. So if you're looking for one of these phones, like the Z Fold 5 is still going to be a great alternative when the 6 comes out. In fact, you can still get a 4 right now. It's still pretty darn good, and you can save a lot of money. If you want one of these phones and you don't want to spend $2,000, $17.99, whatever, then that's the nice thing about Amazon Renewed, eBay. They've got refurbished stuff, back something, I can't remember what it's called. There's a lot of different places you can get these where you can get them renewed, refurbished with warranties and save a tremendous amount of money. So I still think that the best for multitasking. You've got DeX, you've got wireless DeX. I think that's great. You don't get that with the OnePlus Open. You don't get that with the Pixel Fold. So from multitasking perspective, from a software perspective, also having the S Pen, there's a lot to like here. And even over having it 6 months later, I still don't use a regular tablet. I have them. My iPad 6 next to my bed is basically just collecting dust. My Samsung tablet, it never gets used because I use this all the time. And so I still think that they're the best tablet that Samsung makes. And I think it's something a lot of people don't think about. They look at the price tag, they go, that's insanely expensive, and they dismiss it. But then when you get to thinking about it, you're like, all right, well, I got the S9 Ultra. I paid $1,200 or $1,100 for that. I got the S24 Ultra. I paid $1,299. Like, you could be paying $2,500 plus to get both of those. Or you've got an option like this where it gives you the best of both worlds. You've always got it with you. It's not like, oh, that's on my tablet at home. Like, you've got it with you. And you can connect a Bluetooth keyboard. You can use these. You can use work stuff for them. So I think that the Z Fold 5, is still a leg up over the OnePlus Open in a couple different departments. But I think they're going to bring the heat. Like the OnePlus Open 2, if we get one this fall, I think is going to be a big game changer again, because I hope they aggressively go after having S Pen support, making a OnePlus Pencil for it. That would really go a long way, because then it's like, all right, direct competition here. So we'll see what happens, but OnePlus Open is a great phone, and the Z Fold 5 is a great phone, but this one is still my favorite. I think it checks the most boxes, at least for me. I know a lot of people said the OnePlus Open was the best foldable last year, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. From their perspective, maybe they're right, but this is my channel, so I'm going to give you my perspective, and I like this one. I still use it. Somebody asked me the other day, like, hey, did you get your Z Fold S Pen back? Do you still use it now that you have the S24 Ultra? And yes, I do. And maybe I'll make another video, kind of a follow-up, talking about the pros and cons of each of these here later on. But yeah, S24 Ultra, really good phone. Z Fold 5, really good phone too. And I'm interested to see, I think we'll get the smart features. When we get the next update, I think we'll probably get some of these smart features, hopefully circle to search and interpreter, like different things. I think we'll probably see some of that come to this, but we'll see. So that's all I got. Wrapping up on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.